Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Respected Sri N.S. Madhavanji, Sri Subhash Chandranji, Sri K.P. Ramanuniji, Sri G.K. Ram Mohanji, Professor Sri Midalini, all the participants in the seminar and friends. I am glad to welcome all of you for this seminar on the golden era of MT transformation in Indian fiction. In every language of the world, there come a set of writers who redefine and reshape the path of course of literature ever now and then. Actually, these reshaping of the paths are necessitated by time and the status of the given culture at that time. Some of these writers who change the shape of the genre itself, so to say, while others introduce and pioneer specific style, trend in a given genre, etc. Yet others redirect the focus of culture through literature. The world has seen many such distinguished personalities who have excelled in one or the other direction. Sri M.T. Vasudevan Nair was different in that he excelled in almost all the aspects of 20th century Malayalam literature. Sri Vasudevan Nair is widely considered a pioneer of the resurgence of short fiction in Malayalam and its psychological and lyrical turn. M.T. entered the Malayalam literary scene when it was dominated by the progressive writers and social realism was the in thing. The focus was chiefly on the objective world, and class and caste oppressions were the dominating themes. M.T. titled the focus to the subjective aspect of life. Not that he was the first to do so. Before him, the legendary Vaikam Muhammad Bashir, with his extraordinary ability to dive deep into self and offer hitherto unknown insights, had paved the way for writers like M.T. But, as it were, M.T. was a gentle breeze from the coast of Malabar out to soothe the scars of rage and fury of the era gone by. His man was not an abstract, philosophical being, but a real being of flesh and blood, filled with the angst of quest. M.T. is essentially an existentialist, but this truth could only be derived from the relationship he portrays. Communities and societies were not lost sight of, but were rather sublimated and viewed through the individual's place in them. M.T. stories bring out his broad and deep sympathy for the marginalized and oppressed, but he has never identified himself with any particular political ideology or movement. The protagonists of his stories are men at war with themselves. Lyrical intensity is something that M.T. might have got from his teachers and predecessors, but he took it to another level with extra accent on moments, thoughts, enveloping those moments and decorative expressions of those thoughts which lift the expressions to epic proportions. His landscape was rural. Into that setting were caste and the middle and lower middle class, their loneliness, poverty, struggles and conflicts of a countryside, living and seemingly losing its fight against the new forces of the urban world. In this canvas, M.T. painted love, loss and loneliness. In this poetic motion of storytelling, M.T., much like Lasara, that is a Tamil writer, the neighboring Tamil Nadu, developed a highly nuanced narrative idiom that set him apart from other writers. More than all this, his knowledge and understanding of fiction writing and its structure gave a special power to M.T. that a very few writers of his generation had at their disposal. But M.T. will be remembered for more than just the quality of his literary works, the feature films he has scripted and directed have exploded a popular myth that good authors and books do not necessarily make good directors and films. If Nirmalyam launched Sri Vasudevan Nair in the film world in a grand way, his Oru Vadakkam Veeragatha is one of the all-time blockbusters of Malayalam cinema. Almost all his movies have won critical acclaim. Some have fetched him important awards at national level, and some, like Kadavu, won awards at international film festivals. There have been great writers before Sri M.T. Vasudevan Nair, and in future too, there will be a number of great writers. But he was also a great human being. Among the writers, he was genial giant, and the giant who not only inspired generations of writers, but also identified wonderful talents and helped them to grow. He evokes immense desire among one and all to emulate him, but not jealousy. Indian literature will never be poorer if we had more people like M.T. Vasudevan Nair. Sri Vasudevan Nair was a person who was deeply aware of all the contemporary trends of Indian literature in various languages. He was a person who encouraged all the young writers to read literature from other languages. M.T. Sir was aware that reading from other cultures will enhance the horizons of the individual authors. M.T.'s greatness lies not in merely a creator of literary and cine masterpieces, but in inspiring generations of people to take up literature in a serious manner. Alfred North Whitehead once wrote that the safest general characterization of the European philosophical tradition is that it consists in a series of footnotes to Plato. In the same way, one can safely assert that Malayalam writings in the past 4 decades are nothing but tributes to M.T. Vasudevan Nair. He was humble, concentrated only on his work, and it is the duty of literary lovers to pay sufficient tribute to M.T. Sir. Eminent scholars are participating in this seminar, and they will be presenting various aspects and dimensions of Sri M.T. Vasudevan Nair's life and works through the day. I take this opportunity to thank Thunchan Memorial Trust for collaborating with us in organizing this seminar. I sincerely hope those who are attending the seminar and participating in this seminar stands benefited. Before I thank once again all the people, M.T. Sir is not here. This is the first time I am experiencing his absence. But I request this Thunchan Memorial to continue his legacy, and also we means Sahitya Academy always wants to be associated with this Thunchan Memorial Trust, as if M.T. Sir was, when he started, from the day 1 to till date, we were continuing in the Thunchan Memorial Trust this festival. Every year we have a national seminar here. So please, I request the whoever caretakers of this wonderful space, continue with this academy, and we are ready to collaborate with you. With these few words, I am glad to welcome all of you for this seminar on the golden era of M.T. Transformation in Indian Fiction. Thank you all.